You have been hearing to save your marriage, work on yourself. To restore your marriage, work on yourself. To revive your marriage, work on yourself. And the question is, how do you work on yourself? How do you improve your individual growth in order for you to be able to revive your marriage entirely, in order for you to save your marriage from these challenges that the enemy have planted in your home? So in this video, I'm going to discuss 6 key things you need to do that will enhance your individual growth in a way that will save your marriage. I'm talking about how to improve your ability to handle things differently, how to be able to see issues from a different angle, how to be able to resolve these your marriage challenges with your husband without issues. Number 1 is that you must be intentional. You must dedicate time to work and improve on yourself. And that means you have to bring out time to study more, to learn more on how to understand the workings of marriage, the foundation of marriage, the way you should communicate with your husband, with your wife without issues. You need to be intentional about adding more knowledge bit by bit. When we are talking about knowledge, it doesn't mean that you really need to go back to school and maybe spend hours, days in studying. No. Even if it's an hour a day, just make sure that you learn things that will give you a better understanding of your spouse, a better understanding of how your husband understands things. You need to know that we're talking about 2 different people with 2 different mechanisms. The way we are created is different. The way men are created is different from women. So we are not made of the same stock. So that is why we need more knowledge on how to understand our differences. Remember, the book of Romans said that we should be transformed by the renewing of our mind. So there is a need for transformation. And how can this transformation happen? By the renewing of your mind. How do you renew your mind? By learning new things every day, by improving and becoming better, child of God. Also remember the book of Colossians chapter 3 verse 23. It also encourages us that whatever we find ourselves doing, we should do it with all our might. We should do it with all our heart, as unto the Lord, not as unto your husband, not as unto your wife. So the main purpose of you working on yourself has nothing to do with your husband or your wife. Please stop this idea of why should I improve for him? Why should I improve for her? Why do you think I'm not good enough for her? That is not the case. The case is because you are a child of God, and because you are special, you are unique, because you are intelligent, you are wise. You are to continually renew yourself and continue to sharpen yourself and continue to shine. Continue to let your light shine for the whole world to see the Lord in you. Jesus said, can a person light a lamp and carry something and cover? No. Light is to be placed on a candlestick so that it can generate light for the world to see. Because this ability is in you. Yes, you can handle things differently. Yes, you can understand that your nagging wife. Yes, you can be able to know why your husband is behaving the way he is behaving. Yes, because this ability is in you. And that is why you need to bring out that light. That is why you need to become the person by which you can destroy these problems that the enemy is putting in your home. You are doing this for you. not for your husband, not for this marriage, but the greatest reason is for you. And because you are doing this for you, your marriage will also benefit. Yes, and your husband will come to relax more. He will come to understand that there is need for you guys to be in peace, because there is no need to quarrel. He saw that you are no more shouting, you are no more quarreling, there is no more challenges unnecessarily between you and him, and that is why you will see that this will create an environment for both of you to work out peace and reconciliation. Child of God, working on yourself, if you don't get anything, understand that it is for you. It makes you to become a better person. It makes you to have more knowledge, more wisdom, and more understanding in life. And it's not only going to help you with your marriage, it's going to help you to handle things, general things, your workplace, your relationship with others. Every other way that you handle things would be different. To change. And you see, the confidence will be in you. You'll be more happy because you know what you want. I always go for it. You always be on top of the matter because you know how to get what you want. Child of God, you are doing this for yourself, okay? And the Lord has seen your desire to find solution, your desire to build yourself, your desire to improve your growth will definitely empower your movement. Allow this thing to bear fruit in your home, child of God. Another way for you to improve your individual goal and become a better version for your marriage and for yourself is for you to pursue your own goal, your own individual goal. That you are a married person does not mean you don't have purpose in life. You were created into this world for a reason. There are people that you are meant to touch their life. So your personal goals helps you to be purposeful. It helps you to stay focused. It helps you to have the ability to achieve more than when you are not setting these goals. So if you don't have a goal in life, my dear, sit down and start asking yourself, what is important to me? Why am I here on earth? What can I do in order to help others, in order to change the course of things in life? How can I bear fruit in this life so that I can make a difference? Child of God, you need to just make sure that you have a goal that you pursue. And because you are pursuing your goal, this will continually help you to improve yourself. This will continue helping you to enlighten your understanding. And because you are working on improving your ability to achieve those goals, your ability to touch people's life, your ability to do things in the best way, you will see that this will indirectly empower your marriage. It will indirectly make you to have the ability to understand and treat issues differently in your marriage. And this would also make your marriage to become better and better, child of God. And because you are becoming a better version of yourself, because you have more knowledge on how to do things differently, you will be able to save this your marriage, child of God. You will be able to revive it. You will be able to make it to be peaceful and loving the way you have always desired, child of God. Number 3 that will help you to improve yourself is for you to maintain a healthy relationship. Understand that in marriage there is more to it. It's not all about sex. Oh, make me happy, help me, assist me. It is more of friendship. Because if it's all about what you see, the physical attraction, what you stand to get, how much they love you, how much they tolerate you, when these things are no more, that is when you will see that people will just suddenly say, oh, I want divorce. I don't want to marry again. Right? But if you see beyond this, to understand that your husband or your wife should be your best friend. He should be the person that comes right before God. After God, your partner should be the next person. Do you know why? Because the Bible said that you and her, you are one flesh. And for you to be able to operate well, you must allow this bond that the Lord has created between you and your spouse to grow stronger. You must work on it every day to improve this friendship, because even at old age, a lot of things will not be there, but only friendship will sustain you guys and help you guys to continually renew your love, continually renew the reason why both of you are still married, even at old age. So, child of God, when you understand that it is more than just marriage, that he is more than just a husband, but a friend, somebody that will be with you even in good time and in bad time. That is why you took the oath for better and for worse. The book of Proverbs chapter 17 verse 17. Let me read that place. It says, a friend loveth at all times, and a brother is born for adversary. A friend loveth at all time. This is who your spouse should be. And because you understand, as I said before, that he is your friend, this will help you to also become a good friend to him or her. This will help you to do the things that will maintain the friendship that your marriage was meant to have. This will help you to focus on the friendship aspect of marriage rather than what you stand to get, rather than how you want to fulfill your desires, your wants. I've always wanted peace. I always wanted him to love me. I always wanted him to care for me. I always wanted him to tolerate me. You see, when you have the mind of friendship, that friend loveth at all time, whether it is in good time or in bad time, that friendship should be superior to our own selfish needs and desire. When you understand this principle, you will always put everything in control. And because you will build this your self-discipline of not reacting to things based on your emotions, my dear, you will be able to save this your marriage, because everything is going to become more calm. You see, everything is going to fall into its place, right? Because you are following the principle of God. You are allowing the Lord God to be the one to fulfill your own needs, to fulfill your own desires, to fulfill all those your longing, to fulfill those things you expect your spouse to do for you, because you trust God that God will grant you your heart desire, that God will help you, God will make you to be happy. I just need to be a good friend to my husband. I just need to understand that this my wife is more than my wife, that the Lord is making her to be my partner in life, somebody that I will spend the rest of my life with. That means she is more than just a marriage partner. And when once you have this understanding, child of God, you will see that things will become more easier and you will be able to save this marriage, child of God. Another very important thing that will help you to improve your own personal growth and become a better person that will be able to save this marriage is for you to focus on your health. Your physical health, your spiritual health, and your mental health, child of God. Prioritize your health habits. Focus on things that will enhance you to actually live in good health in order for you to be able to save this marriage. Because if you keep dwelling on things that drain you, on the negative things that sap your power and your energy, that saps your ability to think more objectively, because when you sit down and start crying, only thinking about, oh, look at what he has done. He's so mean to me. He is so wicked. He treats me badly. He does not care. He is so selfish. He is all this. He is this. He is that. You only look at the problem. Child of God, you would likely end up being sick of depression. And it's not going to end there. If you continue to keep feeding yourself with all these, allowing all these negative things to empower you, to overpower you, to lead you, to direct your actions and direct your reaction, because you want to get these things. You want him to feel that you know these are your rights. You want him to understand that a good wife needs to be loved and respected. Yes, I know. I'm not saying you are wrong, no. I am not saying you are wrong. But child of God, there are ways to go about this. There are perfect ways you can get your husband to know your value, know your worth, know how precious you are. The Bible says, by strength shall no man prevail. It's not by your struggling. It's not by how much you want to express yourself, how much you want to tell him, how much you want to let him know how he hurts you, how much you want to imagine you relieve the situation. You start sitting there and think, could you imagine? Look at what he has done. How mean, how wicked. What are you doing? You are thinking all over of the negative situation, the negative things that your husband has done, right? And this is eating you up. It is not getting you anywhere. The right question you should always ask yourself is, how do I move forward? How do I solve this problem? How do I get my husband to stop doing these things that he is doing? How do I get my husband to understand that what he is doing is affecting me negatively? Child of God, when you start asking the right question, when you start paying attention on the things that matter, you will not only save your marriage, but you will save yourself. You will be able to live a peaceful and happy life. And do you know the greatest reward? You will have a peace of mind. I'm talking about inner peace, because it lies in your hand. Your inner peace is in your hands, child of God. And you can only have this, you can only evoke this power of this inner peace when you align yourself to God. You need God to bring out this your inner peace. And this is what would direct you on how to navigate the negative waves, the negative challenges, okay? These things that the enemy is amplifying between you and your husband, that is causing this lot of problem, that is causing this fighting, quarreling. That will help you to be able to separate the good one from the bad one. And with you being so intentional and with the power of God being solidly behind you, you will be able to send the negative things out of your marriage. You will be sending the enemy out of your marriage. You will say, Satan, get ye behind me. My home is not your resting place. You are not going to destroy my marriage. These trials, this temptation, it is from you, and I am ready to solve it. Oh, child of God, I am so energized to tell you this truth, that the power is in you. You will save this marriage. Your marriage will definitely be revived. That is God's intention for you. And I know you can do it, because the Lord has confirmed and has given you the power that you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. Always remember this, that Christ is behind you, and he will definitely strengthen you to do these things, child of God. Remember that the Lord has instructed you in the book of Proverbs, chapter 3, starting from verse 7 and 8. In fact, let me read that place, child of God. I wanted you to read it in your spare time, but let me read it to you. It is very powerful. The word of the Lord says, "Be not wise in thy own eyes. Fear the Lord and depart from evil." And the one I'm more interested is in verse 8. And it says, it shall be health to thy navel and marrow to thy bone. It shall be health to thy bone marrow, child of God. The health of your marriage lies in God, as I said before. And it is that you need to be intentional about allowing God to navigate this problem, to show you the way, to lead the way, to empower you to walk. You are to trust in the Lord to carry you through so that you don't give away your health, so that you don't perish. You need to empower your spiritual energy, your spiritual being, for you to be able to win this physical fight that the enemy is determined, that the enemy has set the playground in your marriage, that the enemy has used your marriage as a ground to display his wickedness. The enemy is causing problem in your home. Child of God, you need to prepare and back yourself by trusting God. And this will increase your power. This will make you become a better person because you will have more energy. You will have more energy. We are talking about how to improve yourself, how to become a better person. My dear, by that time, you will be as bold as David. You will stand in front of the enemy. You will tell the enemy, see this battle. You see these words that my husband is speaking. You see these things that my wife is doing. I understand, enemy, that you are the one in charge. You are the one leading him. And for that reason, I know you are my opponent. It is not my wife. It is not my husband. And then I'm going to face you squarely. I'm going to uproot this problem from the root. And child of God, you see, the more you are intentional about this, the more you will save your marriage, child of God. Do not forget this next important thing. You must be open to change. You must know that change is constant. Nobody is perfect. The things that you have learned yesterday has become obsolete. You need to continually improve the way you handle things. That you were talking in this style and it was working between you and your husband or your wife when you guys was dating does not mean you should continue to use those slangs, those words, that you should continue to talk to her like that now that you guys are married. See, you need to understand that for you to keep having a better, a stable, happier marriage, you need to continue changing your strategy, improving your way of marriage. Marriage is continual work. It's not just a one-day matter. It is a university that you need to continue learning throughout your life. No one knows all. So for you to improve yourself, you need to embrace change. You need to desire to always improve yourself. Desire to always change your approach, change your tactics, change the way you handle things, change the way you even understand things. Okay, child of God. You see, when you are intentional, I love using the word intentional because this is the way you change everything. Okay, when you decide today that from today I'm going to keep improving myself, I'm going to keep changing the tactics, the ways I'm doing things, I'm going to keep learning how to do things better. You see, this will help you to grow and this will make you to be more adaptable to the changes of life. It's going to make you to be more adaptable to even the changes that you see in your spouse. Because let me tell you, your spouse is not also going to be stagnant. No, you also see some changes in him or her in a way that you don't understand. You will say, but this is not how she used to behave before. This is not how he used to talk. This is not how he used to treat me. Yes, You will see these changes. So because you have prepared yourself to changes, because you are changing, because you are improving yourself, child of God, you will see that you will become a better and perfect person in handling issues. And that will help both of you to grow together. And that will help you to be able to solve every problem that the enemy is putting in your marriage. And another way that you are going to empower and enhance your individual growth is for you to spend time in your hobby and your interests. What are your passions? What are the things that you love doing? The things that whenever you are engaged in, you find peace and happiness. You always love to be around that environment. What is that thing? You need to pursue the activities that you enjoy, and this will bring the best part of you. This will make you to be and function at your best. And this is the person we want to see. That is the person that will be able to solve these marriage issues. So your hobbies, your passion, the things you love lies your inner strength and your energy. So, child of God, do not, because of these little temporal trials that you're seeing in your marriage, you start withdrawing yourself from what the Lord has intended for you to do. Pursue your aspiration, pursue your hobbies, pursue your goals. Engage yourself in things that matters to you, things that makes you happy. And once you become a better and happier version of you, this is going to radiate, this is going to translate into your marriage becoming a more better and happier itself. Yes, because you will be bearing the fruit of happiness. You will be bearing the fruit of someone that have the power to solve issues, because you are operating in arena of success. Because you are doing the things that you love doing, you will see that things will move so easily for you, because that is where your energy lies. And child of God, you will have more strength and more energy to navigate in thinking right approach to solve this problem, and you will be able to deal with them and save your home. The final thought I have to give you, child of God, is that it is in your hand to save your marriage. I know some of you might not believe this, but child of God, you are responsible. It starts from you. You can do it. That is the secret. I am not to scare you. I just want you to take the responsibility. Talk to yourself. Tell yourself, I can do this. I will save my marriage. I will work on my marriage. I will do the things that I can do on my own path. Do your own part and leave the rest to God. And the Lord God Almighty will always fulfill himself, will always honor himself, will always fulfill his promises to you concerning your marriage. And your marriage will be filled with love, happiness, and peace that the Lord God has promised you. In Jesus Christ's name. Remember to like this video, child of God. See you in my next video.